that you don't have a shot in winning.
You think I'm scared of Tommy?
I want you to run things.
You've never given me a shot like this. Why now?
I'll gut him like a fish before I put my trust in him.
Stay far away.
I wake up every day ready to die.
But is it worth it, though?
Going on YouTube, we back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Nimes YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review. This time you got your boy Tommy back as far as Power Book Full Force, and of course we on season 2, and we got episode 2. Pretty much same old, man. Once again, and I said this in my first review, I felt like Force was probably the weakest of the spinoffs. And I ain't gonna front, I was kind of engaged with what they had going on with the first episode. I'm like, all right, y'all kind of got me getting back into the fold a little bit. This episode didn't help, man. It's like, Tommy used to be a very menacing figure, especially in the original show. I mean, even with Power Book 2, when he made his cameos or whatever, bro was still somewhat of a menacing figure. And with his own solo show, it's coming off and it's giving him like this vibe of kind of a gimmick. It's a scene in this episode in particular where they got this big shootout and fight or shootout or whatever in his garage, and it shit turns kind of in some Looney Tunes shit where Tommy takes his mask off and this guy's kind of like about to have a standoff with him, and Tommy walks up to him and does this kind of odd ass punch, and out of nowhere Diamond hits him with the truck, and Tommy's standing there like on some Bugs Bunny shit, like, oh, that'll work. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on, man? Like, that shit took me out. That ain't like, it ain't, I'm telling you, man, I don't know. One thing that I was kind of enjoying, because they hinted towards this in the first episode, and they kind of been doing this since the show started, but Diamond, and you know the whole dynamic with Tommy and what he had with Ghost, and now he's seeing the way Tommy like off the rails, like bro just shoot anything and anybody at any moment, because of the situation that happened in the last episode where Tommy shot old buddy who decided to go join Jannard instead of them. So you got Tommy pretty much telling him like, you got to chill, bro, you got to chill, you can't move like that. The whole thing with Tommy, once again, is the respect factor. Like, bro, they got to fear us. We got to let these other crews know we're not playing, what type of time it is. But it's not just the other crews. It's more so of the people that are part of their crew, letting them know, like, yo, y'all don't think you're just going to be walking away from this situation, or you're going to try to backstab us and shit like that. It's more so him trying to teach the crew that he got loyalty and respect. But once again, it's Diamond kind of telling him, like, nigga, these ain't niggas from New York. This is Chicago. This is Chicago. Flynn family, man. Out of everybody, I feel like Claudia is the only person that has a purpose in this storyline. Victor is fucking simping, crying, whining about a chick that was getting dicked down by Tommy. You got Walter, who just goddamn trying to get his kids back in line and trying to get them back into the fray. More so than anything, he's trying to get back Victor. But Victor is like, man, bro, if I don't do something with this dude, I hope it's something that they lead to. I'm hoping so, because the fact that he's been just moping around for 2 episodes, and I always go back to the fact that Tommy was digging this bitch down, like, I don't even know, he might have been Raw Dog, I don't know. I'm just saying though, bro walking around here just on some goddamn simp, crying, depressed shit, whatever. Claudia, I mean, she didn't have too much to do in this episode. Doing what she just did last episode, I kind of wanted a little bit more with her, and I'm thinking we're going to get that, but it's just a lot of moving pieces going around with this season or whatever. And more so than anything, Jannard and Diamond, because Diamond pretty much goes to Jannard, letting him know, like, bro, you don't need to do this as far as this whole pursuit of Tommy because of what Tommy did. You know, Jannard pretty much telling him, like, it's going to make us look weak, nigga, you tripping, I got to get some payback. But then Jannard has to think, because it's the same thing with Diamond and what he's telling Tommy, like, bro, kill all that noise, let's get to this money. It's about the money, because the bodies bring the police. We always go back to the wire when they say, don't care about nobody here dealing drugs or this and the third. It's the bodies what bring the police. But Jannard kind of takes this. He kind of takes this in heat, and he lets his crew know this, but his crew ain't trying to hear that. Particularly this one guy who's pretty much wanting revenge for the guy that Tommy shot. So he's pretty much seeming like he's going to go do his own thing, and Jannard always got a whole stray of other problems he's dealing with. The Serbs trying to get their money, the fact that he got to play Miguel his money for the product. He's got a lot going on, and I'm wondering if we lead into a situation with him having to end up eventually joining Diamond and Tommy. that's gonna be kind of awkward, being that he tried to kill his brother. But I mean, the way they kind of dealing with the relationship now, it does seem like they might be able to mend fences. Miguel, he was coming off as the big guy, but now in this episode, they definitely take him down a notch, and he is not that guy. I mean, outside of the whole relationship with him and his grandma, who his grandmother seems like she's over him, but outside of his grandmother, it's another individual that he ends up talking to towards the end of the episode, where he's pretty much talking to him, but he's overcharging him, because it's more so him asking this guy for permission to strike back at the Serbs after we have this somewhat shootout where Tommy is trying to make an exchange with Miguel, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh shit, Tommy got hurt. But give or take, he done got hurt before, but it's that same shit. Bro is back. He good. He ain't nothing to worry about, man. We ain't got to worry about Tommy. But anyway, it's more so of watching how Miguel is not as big as we thought he was, or as far as I thought he was, because I did think he was going to be the big guy this time around, as far as who Diamond, Jannard, and Tommy have to deal with as far as product or whatever, but he is not. Like, it seems like he's ain't so much taking orders from his grandmother, but you could tell she still kind of have somewhat some power over him, it seems like, or more so she's in a bigger position than him. But definitely the guy he's talking to towards the end is definitely over him. That's the guy that seems like he's taking his orders from or whatever, and you can kind of see that that's definitely going to take a turn. The shit that he say to Miguel about his sister and what he'll do to his sister if he does the shit that he told him not to do as far as attacking the Serbs, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. And even the relationship between Miguel and his grandmother, you can tell that he doesn't really like her, it seems like. But outside of that, the Popo. Shout out to my girl from the Shy who got here getting his bread, coming back from the Shy, going back and forth to the Power. That's what's up. But anyway, Dre, that's her name in the Shy. But these cops seem, well, she's definitely pushing towards trying to get some type of investigation going on Tommy. And it seems like they're not necessarily trying to hear her, being that, Tommy's supposed to be dead, this and the third. And I think it's more so of a New York situation, but she's definitely trying to get this investigation going. Then we got this other guy coming in here, and they seem like they already had some form of relationship or whatever. Y'all can let me know if he was in the last season. I know for a fact she was in the last season, if I'm not mistaken, but like I said, that shit was so lackluster, I could care less about that first season. And even with this one, man, I'm trying, but I mean, I ain't gonna front. It's some shit going on where our main character as far as Tommy, I'm trying to keep my engagement with him. That's all. That's it. Because I know his character not supposed to stay the same as far as power. He's supposed to evolve, supposed to develop or whatever. I'm just saying though, what they are doing with him, being that he's supposed to be still this menace and killer, and this force as far as when it comes to the drug game or whatever, it's kind of getting a bit gimmick. That's all I'm saying, man, and I ain't gonna front. Like, not having Ghost around, and really, I guess, the dynamic between those two and the chemistry between those two and the back and forth, him and Diamond they don't got that same chemistry. And I know they just started and it might build up, but it's definitely not there right now. Speaking of Diamond, he has his own little situation going on too as far as relationships. My boy getting this action in this season. He ain't really had too much going on last season, but he, know what I'm saying, certain characters or whatever, and when it comes to power, you gotta have your sex scenes. So he doing what he doing, but it's kind of curious as far as who he's having a relationship with, which seems like a guard that was pretty much somebody that was working at the prison that he was locked up in, that he pretty much was sleeping with while he was locked up or whatever. So this is going to be a curious situation to see how this play out, because I'm pretty sure this is going to mean something, because it's a lot of going on this season, in particular relationships. You got Tommy trying to holler at Miguel's sister. You got Diamond and his situation, and in particular you got Jannard and his situation with this boxing chick, and they have a very, very close-knit relationship, and I wonder how that's going to play out. But through all that, man, as far as our main guy, Tommy, it's just going to be just trying to see how this is about to play out as far as what they're trying to do, because they don't set this whole plan into motion as far as making it seem like the Serbs are attacking Miguel and making it seem like Miguel's people are attacking the Serbs, to try to pretty much have them betting their heads while they ease and sneak on in to be the main player. Because the thing with Tommy is, bro, he not that guy as far as being like the middleman in this and the third. He's used to being the connect. He used to the people coming to them. You know how him and Ghost was doing what they was doing in New York. So that's what he's trying to do now. But That's one thing I kind of seem like, and I'm hoping maybe this is what they doing. It's seeming like Tommy might be over his head. Like maybe this time around he ain't got it all in check like he think he do, and play on that. If you do that, then you got something because it puts more attention on the show, and as far as Tommy as a character, and making it seem like, oh shit, maybe he ain't gonna be able to ease his way out of this situation or get out of this situation. That's what I want. We need that, man. Look at the shit Ghost had to go through in Original Power, bro. Locked up, bro. Goddamn, getting hits on his drug business or whatever, trying to find out who was doing that. Got backstabbed, or well, not really backstabbed because he was the one doing the backstabbing first, as far as Ghost. But the shit he had to go through with Kanan and him trying to set him up, man, it was so much Ghost was going through, but it kept us engaged because it's like, how is he gonna get out of this? How is he gonna get out of this? And I feel like we don't necessarily have that with Tommy yet. So hopefully they try to do that. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this recent episode. I ain't gonna say I didn't enjoy it, but it's just that one silly ass scene they did where it was on some cartoonish, very Looney Tunes shit in that fight scene. But outside of that, it definitely feels like, and now I feel like we got better side characters this time around. Liliana was a standout last season. The Flynns though is kind of the problem right now. It seems like they don't have shit to do outside of Claudia. Walter and Victor, like, what are y'all doing? That's all I'm saying. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they play out with this Dahlia thing, which they didn't really touch on in this episode either, being that now the recipe out or whatever. But anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feeling about this recent episode. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell, let you know when I upload new videos. Other than that, we out.